Hi, everybody. I'm Vince Girasilli, and we're here with our panel of everyday Chicagoans who watched this evening's debate between Senator Obama and Senator McCain. We want to hear some of their reactions. This is Cameron. Cameron, did you hear what you wanted to hear as far as the economy was concerned?
I did. I didn't necessarily think that they said anything of great substance that they haven't been saying the past couple of weeks, but I at least felt that they gave specifics. They weren't abstract. I am proud to say I'm an Obama supporter, so I thought that he came across well with some of his specifics.
Okay, and once again, as you said, you are an Obama supporter. Carolyn, you are a McCain supporter. Did you like the way the candidates addressed foreign policy?
I did. I think they really, made it seem like it was an important issue that we all need to be concerned about. As a McCain supporter, I really thought he distinguished himself as someone who really could be our commander-in-chief should, our national security still be at risk. So I thought, they didn't break any new ground. I still think McCain holds an advantage in terms of the lead on foreign policy, but I was impressed to see that he is gaining ground on gaining the people's trust in the economy as well. That was really important.
Thank you. Dan is an Obama supporter. Dan, was there a particular moment that sort of jumped out at you and you felt it was one of those gotcha moments, or it might convince some independent voters that they'll find the man to support this evening?
Well, I thought that McCain's sort of off-the-cuff remark about nuclear power not being really that dangerous, and he had been on a nuclear sub, and look at him, he's fine, was sort of, I think, very problematic, and I think that was a statement that sort of shows sort of a lack of his understanding about sort of the larger issues about safety and even nuclear power, which I think is a really important issue.
And when it came to the economy, what did you think?
Well, I think they repeated what they were saying before, basically. I think it's been clear that Obama is much more interested in the middle class, and that McCain is a rich guy who's more interested in rich folk, and that he's been supported by the rich folk. We don't talk about the Keating Five anymore, but he was very big in that, and was chastised for his part in that, which was probably a precursor of a lot of what we're seeing now. He's been for deregulation, and he never really spoke to that. And I think Obama's driving home the point that the reason we're in the position we're in now is that we allowed them to deregulate, and he was a major force behind that.
Thank you very much. Claudel, did you hear enough specifics tonight?
What do you guys want from me? I heard Obama talk specifically about education, about health, about the environment, but McCain doesn't specifically say anything. Copy. And I really don't understand why he does not defend Obama's statement that you want to give $300 billion to the corporations and the rich. McCain does not defend that. So he is not for the little man. He is for the rich and wealthy. He's part of the old boys network that needs to go. That's why I'm wholly supporting Obama and the change that's going to be taking place.
You are a McCain supporter. You were able to talk to us a little bit earlier when we were on the air about did he deliver this knockout punch that he needed to deliver. But what did you hear your candidate say tonight that really said, yes, that's why I'm voting for him?
Well, I just want to veer in a little bit different context and address a couple things that Dan had said and that Claudel had said, specifically about the Keating Five. McCain, yes, he was implicated in that thing. So were 4 Democrats. One of them was initially, actually John Glenn, who went on to serve a relatively decent career in the Senate. The other 3 Democrat senators left office soon afterward. McCain.
But how about in tonight's debate? Was the senator saying something to you that really proved why you're supporting him?
Yeah, it does. I keep hearing about the rich and taxes and everything else. The United States has the 2nd highest corporate tax rate in the developed world. Ireland has one of the lowest. You wonder why Ireland's called the Celtic Tiger? You wonder why their economy's booming? They used to have terrible problems back in the 70s. Half the people were on welfare. Their corporate tax rate was huge. When they lowered it to which is now 1/3 roughly of what ours is today, their economy prospered and boomed. It just goes to show that when you do reduce taxes, when you get government out of the way out of things, good things can happen.
One of the reasons you're supporting John McCain. Thank you very much. Angel, you are a McCain supporter, but we were talking earlier about this format that was supposed to be the format at which he excels. Did you like the way your candidate came across, and was he able to communicate with you and tell you some things maybe you didn't know before?
Well, two things. I think I'm a little surprised about Barack Obama doing well. Usually when you take away the teleprompter, he does very poorly. So I was a little surprised that Obama did it as well as he did. But I thought McCain did it very well because he showed a lot of compassion. And when he talked. It reminded me of when Bill Clinton talked to the people in town hall meetings. It reminded me of some of the great leaders of before, when you could one-on-one talk to the people. And I think that was McCain's strength, that he shows that he has compassion for what we're going through.
Okay, thank you very much, Angel. Steve is another McCain supporter that we had in the crowd. Was there a particular moment that sort of jumped out at you and said, this is the moment we'll remember from this debate? Or was it one of those ho-hum debates and we've heard this all before?
Well, I think Senator McCain did have some key moments and some key contrasts. I mean, he was the one that really talked about the greatness of America, that America still has the best workers, the best innovators, and that that government needs to provide the opportunities for that greatness to come out. Where, in contrast, Senator Obama never really talked about the greatness of the American people, but how government can intervene and can regulate. And I think I heard more about regulation and mandating policy issues such as healthcare more than anything else.
Okay. And at the end here, we have a very lovely lady, Thelma, who was talking to us earlier about how she wanted to see them get tougher, right? You wanted them to be tougher.
Yes, I did. I wanted to see Obama deliver a knockout punch. I think that he is being a real gentleman, and I don't think that his toughness is really coming across. And I disagree that McCain had this compassion. I felt that that was very endearing, and I don't think people really appreciate that. I think that people want them to get to the issues, talk about things the way that they are, and just be tough about it. We want someone that is going to go into the White House and deal with the issues on a day-to-day basis, talking tough, being tough, and that's how things are done in America.
That's the voice of the people. This is how we do it in Chicago here at CBS 2. We invited 8 Chicagoans, 4 McCain supporters, 4 Obama supporters. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for logging on to CBS2Chicago.com. We hope to see you here the next time. Okay.